Hello everyone, welcome back again to our channel codersarcade. In this video, we'll be starting and completing the experiment number 6 in the DevOps VTU lab. Okay, so till now we have completed 5 experiments and this will be experiment number 6, which is about the CI/CD or continuous integration with Jenkins, and we'll be setting up a CI pipeline, integrating Jenkins with Maven and Gradle build tools, and we will be running automated builds and tests. Okay, so before starting this video guys, I would like to request again all of you to please, if you are new to the channel, subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon, because that will help you to get notified about the latest updates. Okay, and at the same time, if you are actually new to the channel, please subscribe to our channel. Okay, this is a least means of motivation that you can give me to create the content better and give you lots of new resources and knowledge. Okay, so thank you for supporting, and I hope you'll be supporting us in future as well. Okay, so without any more ado, let's get started. As I said, today's experiment will be the 6th of the DevOps VTU lab, and it will be continuous integration with Jenkins. So you'll be learning everything from scratch. If you have not installed Jenkins guys, please I recommend you to go to video number 5, part 1 and part 2, where we have understood about CI/CD. Then we have also installed Jenkins in our systems. Okay, now let's start with this one, experiment number 6. Okay, so here I am in my manual and you can see continuous integration with Jenkins. So as I said, Jenkins is a CI tool, continuous integration tool. Suppose you have developed something, you can build your application and gradually you can do integration tests with the help of integration tools like Jenkins. This is one of the very awesome tools that is used in the market right now, and we'll be learning about this in and out. Okay, so the objective of this experiment is to set up a continuous integration pipeline in Jenkins, integrate that with Git, and run Selenium Java tests using Maven. Okay, that is our target. So that we'll be doing. Fine. So please, let's see all the prerequisites that we need. Very important. Okay, the first thing that we need is we need Jenkins is installed and running on your system, that we have done in experiment number 5. If you have not done, I am again repeating, please go back to experiment 5, understand and come back here. Okay, then we have to see whether Git is installed, Maven is installed, and then we should have a Selenium Maven project ready with test cases. So SRC test Java. We should have a test case ready for execution in our source folder / test folder / Java. That we know by the project structure of Maven, right? We know that already. And remember, the project should be stored in 2 places. That is in our local first of all, and then it should also be pushed to GitHub in a valid repository link. Fine. So what we will do, let's check one by one all of them. Let me just open Jenkins first of all. Okay, so I'll press Windows and R, go to my terminal and maximize the screen. My Jenkins WAR file is there in D drive, as you already know from the previous videos. I'll go to D drive. I'll just say cd to the Jenkins folder, and then I'll say java space -jar jenkins.war. So I'm running Jenkins using the WAR file. Okay, see, it's executing and you should get a message like Jenkins is fully up and running. Okay, let's wait. So yep, you can see guys, we have a message like this. Jenkins is fully up and running. You can see here, right? This is the message. So we have got it up and running. So now by default, the port number for Jenkins, as we already discussed, is which one? The 8080 port. Okay, so I'll go to my browser and localhost 8080. Press enter. Okay, you can see that I have my Jenkins running here and it is asking me for the sign in. I already have my username and password saved here, so I'll just click on sign in. For you guys, you have to do it. I've already showed everything in experiment number 5. Okay, so here it is. Okay, I had lots of experiments here, so those will be coming here. For you, it might be totally fresh and you will not have any projects here. Okay, so well and good. So right now everything is working fine, no problem at all. This is our Jenkins dashboard. Okay, as we had seen in the earlier experiment, and Because I have lots of different things done here, so it is looking like this. Don't have to worry about that, okay? So now here, let it be like this, the dashboard, we will come back to it. Okay, let's go back to the manual again. Okay, so here Jenkins is installed and running on your system. That is absolutely fine, done. The second one, Git is installed. So I'll go back to my terminal and let me open one more terminal, Windows R and say CMD. Let's see like this. Git space hyphen hyphen version. Git is working. I'll say Java space hyphen hyphen version. That is also working. I'll say mvn space hyphen hyphen version. So Maven should also be working. Let's wait and watch. Yeah, you can see 3.8.6, and I'll say Gradle space hyphen v. Gradle is also there. Gradle might not be using, but at least you should have Gradle installed for the earlier experiments. Okay, so everything is absolutely fine, all working good. And now the Selenium Maven project, already we had done that in experiment number what? The second experiment of DevOps VTU Maven. So that one I already have. This is my project that I can show you with you. Okay, and then the next thing, this project should be pushed to GitHub. Okay, so let me go back to the project again, and here I will open the terminal again. You can see here, this is the terminal, and here I'll just say git status. Okay, you can see I am on master branch. Your branch is up to date with origin master. So if you want to see the origin, I can say git remote show origin. Okay, press enter, and here you can see this is the origin. codersarcade DevOps VTU Maven.git. Actually, this is the folder or the repository that is here. You can see this is the repository, the same repository. Okay. So as I said, let's go back to the manual. The two things. The Selenium Maven project is ready with test cases here. Let me show you the src test Java folder so that you can also verify this. I'll minimize this. Go to src test Java. You can see there is a web page test. Okay, so this is absolutely fine. Let me open this and show you. This was the web page test that we had earlier, right? We had done this in the experiment number 2. Okay, this is ready. Now, next thing, the same project should be pushed to GitHub with a valid repository link. So that link we already have here. If you see in my terminal, this is the repository link, and even I can copy it from the browser. This one I can easily copy. Got it? Makes sense. So everything is fine. Now let's go back to the manual and let's see. Jenkins has access to the GitHub repository that we have to do now. Okay. Right now Jenkins might not have access to that repository. So it should be done via credentials. Okay. So now comes the configuration of Jenkins one by one. So that we have to do now. Okay. So we'll go to the dashboard of Jenkins here in the browser. I'll go to the dashboard. This is my dashboard. Okay. Let me show you one by one what it says. I'll go to Jenkins dashboard, manage Jenkins and global tool configuration. Okay, that can be done. So let's go here, go to dashboard and manage Jenkins. Wait for some time, and here you can see the UI might have changed now, guys. So you'll get like this, but we can do that in the credentials also here. Okay, credentials. Right now, guys, the problem is I have already added some credentials, so they will be shown here. See, my GitHub credential is here. If you see here, my mail ID and my GitHub credential is there. And one more, you will be needing this in the experiment number 7 for Ansible. That is also there. That we will discuss later. Don't have to worry about that. Okay. So right now, I will show you how to use the Jenkins dashboard to create your own credential for GitHub. Okay, that we'll do. Don't worry. Okay, so I'll go to the manual again, and it says navigate to manage Jenkins. You have to go to global credentials and add the credential using username and password or some SSH key if you have. Okay, so if you don't have this thing, no problem. We will do it by creating a project first. Okay, so what we will do is we'll do something like this. Okay, let's try to connect our Selenium Java test from local. Okay, that will be running through Jenkins. Okay, I'll show you before how it looks so that you can actually understand what I'm talking about. So now this is my web page test. So if I go to the terminal and just say mvn test, press enter, automatically it will run that test case. If you see, wait for some time, it will open the browser. See, open the browser, waiting, it will open that URL, test it and come back. Okay, successful. Same thing we have done here in the terminal, right? The same thing we need to do through Jenkins. Okay, that is how it will create a CI pipeline, continuous integration pipeline. What will happen is when we keep on adding more and more data or more and more features into our application, it needs to get tested, right? Because one feature added means we have actually done some changes to our application. Gradually the code will become more and more difficult to manage. So in that time, if we have continuous automated testings going on, it will be easy for us to understand that okay, everything is fine and our code has successfully integrated together. So that is really easy to do using Jenkins CI tool. So once you integrate something, the Jenkins CI tool easily does automation tests to check whether the existing code and the written code right now, the latest code, are actually integrating together easily or not. That is why we use Jenkins CI tool. Okay. Now I think you are actually understanding what is continuous integration. Okay. We add lots and lots of code, keep on adding the code and trying to build our project. In that, what we do, we keep on continuously integrating the older code with the new code. That is called regression. When we do it at that time, we need some automation tool like Jenkins to do the integration tests so that the existing pre-code and the current latest code are actually integrated together properly or not. If it is not, then there will be errors which we can see through the log files in the Jenkins log. Okay, that we will see now. Fine. So what I have run right now using this terminal will be doing the same thing using the Jenkins CI pipeline. Okay. So let's go back to our browser and first let's go to the manual. After that, I will show you. Don't worry, guys. I will show you how to add this thing. Don't have to worry about this. Okay, we'll do that. I'll show you how to add the git credentials. First, let's do this. Running a Selenium Java test from a local Maven project. Okay, so let's go to Jenkins again, and here, let's go to dashboard. I'll create a new item. I'll say DevOps VTU Selenium Maven Jenkins local. Okay, you can see what I have written. That means I will also write experiment 6 so that there is no confusion. Okay, experiment number 6, Selenium Maven Jenkins local run. We are running through local, not from GitHub. Okay, we are running through local run, I'll say. Fine, this is the name, and we should create a freestyle project. Select that freestyle project and click on OK. Let's wait. Okay, everything is done. Now let's go back to the manual. We'll follow step by step everything. Okay, see here. We have created this freestyle project. Now click on OK. Go back here, and in the build step, we have to add a build step. Actually, what kind of command did we add here? We used the terminal command here, right? If you remember, we used this command, mvn test. Yes, the same command we will be doing, but for that we should switch to this particular folder, right? D drives, idea projects, DevOps VTU Maven. We should be inside that project, right? So what I'll do, I'll copy this much part. See what I'm doing, okay? I'm copying this part. Go back to my Jenkins and description here. I'll write this project. Let me zoom in. Is for the DevOps VTU experiment 6 Jenkins local run. Jenkins, I'll say Selenium local run, Selenium test local run. Okay, this is fine, no problem. So Everything else is okay, no problem at all. Source code management, none, no need. Build triggers, build environment, not required. Build steps. See here in the manual also you can see build steps. Okay, scroll to build, add build step, execute Windows batch command because we are actually doing something from the terminal. Okay, so here I'll scroll down and say add build step. What kind of build step? It is a batch command. Okay, now I will cd to that particular directory where I have that project. Okay, see here what I'm done. Cd to this particular location. Okay, and then I want to run that command. What is that command? MVN test. Got it? So next line I'll write MVN test. Make sense? So what we are doing, we are changing the directory to that particular directory and then we are running that command MVN test. Okay, and then there is nothing else needed and just apply and save. Okay, and save. That's all. Everything is fine. Okay, now there are lots of other things you can see. You can see configure. If you go to configure again, you can change the data here, whatever you have done. If you have done any mistakes, you can change them here. The build step is absolutely fine, no problem. Otherwise, what you can do is you can go to that particular project again and you can go to build now. This is the main command. Let me just go to the manual again and show you. Click build now. Told you, right, to execute that test. So what we will do, we'll just build now and automatically we'll see there will be a build starting. Okay, I think I did not click that. Let me click that again, build now. Yep, I think we are getting an error, right? Can you see? Okay, guys, you can see here, right? When we are running ambient test, at that time, it actually looks for a POM file, but there is no POM in this directory. You can see in that we don't have a POM. Got it? That's why it is not working. So what we do, let's go back to our project and let's go to configure and see what's the thing that did not work out. So this is actually the name of the project. That is fine. And let's go back to the manual and check if everything is fine or not. Okay, so this is actually the cd command. It should have worked, but let's see. First, let's do one thing. We should be inside the D drive, right? So let's write down first one more thing. Let's go to D drive and then let's go to this. Now let's apply and then save and let's go to build now and let's see if this works now. Yeah, see guys, that was the mistake that we made. It worked, right? Say it's still running. See, the third build is running. And let's see if it works or not. I'll open this and go to the console output. You can see that. See, console output. It is success. Got it? What happened, guys? Did you understand that? Everything succeeded, right? The same command ran here. So I'll go back and tell you actually what happened. I'll go to this. Yeah, when we fail, then only we understand the mistakes, right? So what happened actually in the first build, let me show you. Go to the console output and let me show you something. It was in C drive only, okay? It was in C drive only. It did not change the drive. That is the problem. My project is in D drive, okay? So I have to change the directory to D, okay? So that's why what I did in the third one, in the configure, what I did, same command that I showed you here, like this. Let me show you in the build steps so that you can understand. See here, guys. First, I went to my D drive. Then inside my D drive, I went to this project. Then I found the ambient test command, which will actually look for the pom.xml file, which is there in my project. If you see carefully, this is my pom.xml, which is here inside this project, right? That is what was happening. So that is why it was not working. Now it's working absolutely fine. So what I do, I'll go back to that project again and I'll again click on build now so that you can see for yourself. This is one more build started. Click on this, go to console output, all working. See, open the browser, open that URL, tested it, and it will be success. If you see, test run 1, failure 0, error 0, skip 0, okay, and build success. Understood? So we have successfully done the Maven local run of the Selenium test using Jenkins. Got it? So that is how we have created a CI pipeline, continuous integration pipeline. So as soon as you keep on adding some other stuff, you can automatically integrate this through Jenkins. Okay? So we have successfully done one thing. Hope you understood that. Now let's go back to the manual, and now running Selenium tests from a GitHub repository via Jenkins. Very, very important. Now see what we did. We had the project locally in our system. This is the project, and we ran this project, the test case, this test case, web-based test, via Jenkins in our local machine. Now you want to do the same thing because this project is again pushed to GitHub. Okay, so what we do, rather than running it from a local, we'll run it from GitHub. For that, we need to connect the GitHub repository to our Jenkins. Okay, that we have to do. So what we will do is go back to Jenkins, and now I'll show you one more thing. Okay, I'll create a new item. So I'll say DevOps VTU experiment number 6 Jenkins GitHub connection. This is the name. So I just want you to understand how to connect Jenkins to GitHub. That's all in this project, nothing else. Okay. So I'll click on freestyle project and just click on OK. Got it? Now what I will do, this is only to connect to GitHub, okay, nothing else. So I'll just say this is a demo project to connect Jenkins to GitHub. Okay, and I'll just write DevOps VTU experiment number 6 so that we can relate that. Okay, now comes the next thing. Source code management should be Git. Okay, now we have to pass the repository URL. Very important. So this is my URL. I'll just copy this from here and go here and paste it. And if you see carefully, the branch is the master branch. Okay, so you have to select that as well. And guys, now comes the credential. Don't worry, master is already selected, nothing else is needed. So credentials, for you guys, what you can do is you can click on add and go to Jenkins credential provider. Let me show you here what it is asking. Okay, the credentials will be global credentials, and the kind for you guys will also be username and password. Okay, click on this. Scope, let it be like this. Don't do anything else. After that, write down your GitHub username and write down your password. Okay. And ID, you can write down something like this. GitHub password you can write. Okay, let me just give you a simple example. Okay, so I'll repeat that. Global credentials, let it be like this. It will be automatically selected, and there are lots of options. We will choose username and password. Let me go to the manual and show you what I'm telling. Just see here. See, manage Jenkins credentials. Rather than that, we can directly add it in the project itself. So we are doing it here. I will show you from the beginning so that you don't get confused. Let me cancel this. And here, as I said, in the source code management, I'll come from beginning. We added the description. That is done. Scroll down, scroll down. Source code management, I'll say Git because we are connecting with Git. And then GitHub repository you have given here. After that, credentials. I can select my credential which is already there. I'm not doing that. What I'll do, I'll click on add and Jenkins credentials provider. Click on that. And then the first thing that we need is this. This is already selected. Don't mess around with this. Let it be like that. And next one is, there are lots of options. We will select username with password. Now the username will be your GitHub username or your email ID. So my email ID is, for example, like this @something. Okay. Exact same username of your GitHub should be given and your exact password should be given. And ID you can write GitHub login ID, something like that. Okay. And description you can say this is actually your GitHub login ID. After that, you can just add, or you can remove this. Not required also, doesn't matter. For my case, I already have this. I'll cancel this. Okay. For you guys, you can just add it like that. In my credentials, I'll click from the drop down and automatically select the GitHub one. See, this is the one, GitHub. Make sense? That is how we'll do it. So I'll repeat again. If you want, add, go to Jenkins credential provider, select global credentials, username with password. Username, write down your mail ID, say user@gmail.com, and your password, say PASS, whatever, and then give the ID. You can say GitHub ID, for example, and then write down any description and click on add. Okay, that is how we will do it. For me, it's already done. As you can see, I have already selected that. Got it? And after that, everything is fine. Select the master branch because here you can see it is the master branch. After that, let's scroll down. Repository browser, automatic, let it be, doesn't matter. And then let everything be fine like that. We are just connecting to GitHub, right? So don't worry about that. And let everything like this, doesn't matter. And last, click on apply and click on save. Okay, so we are just trying to connect to GitHub through Jenkins. We're trying to integrate GitHub and Jenkins together. Okay, so I'll click on build now. Just wait a moment. And you can see, guys, this is the first build that happened. See here, 4:22 p.m. and open this and go to console output and see everything is fine and it actually succeeded. Okay. So we are successfully connected to our GitHub now because we have given the correct credentials. If I click on build now again, automatically one more build is started. You can see. Got it? And it's successfully finished also. When you get a green color tick, it is actually success. That means we were actually able to connect. You can see this is also success. And go to the console output. You can see everything is fine. It connected and it gave you this success message also. Make sense? So this is how you can connect your GitHub with Jenkins. That also we have done now. Wonderful. Okay. Now go to the dashboard and now we will do one thing very important. We will connect our GitHub with Jenkins and we will run the same Selenium test through GitHub via Jenkins. Okay. Now we will not be dealing with the local. Awesome. Okay. So for that, let's go back to the manual again. For the third one, running Selenium tests from a GitHub repository via Jenkins. Okay, so set up a new Jenkins job for GitHub project. I'll go back and create a new item. Write down DevOps VTU GitHub Selenium Maven test Jenkins. This is experiment 6. See what I have written. GitHub Selenium Maven test Jenkins experiment number 6. Okay. You can write whatever you want, whatever you feel comfortable about. Okay. And it should be a freestyle project. And then click on OK. So it is created. Fine. And here in the description, I'll write this is experiment 6 DevOps VTU GitHub Jenkins Selenium Maven test. Fine, no problem at all. Okay, now scroll down, source code management. Obviously it is Git only. And now I need to pass the repository URL. I'll copy this URL, go back here and paste it here. Done. Credentials. Now you don't need to bother about credentials. You have already added. Just select that one. Okay, I have selected the GitHub one. See, always select the GitHub one, not any other. Okay. Scroll down. The branch should be the master branch. Okay. And automatically everything will be fine. There are no need of build triggers, but we need a build step. Correct? Build step. So let's go to the manual because then you will be easily understanding what we are doing. Okay. You can see add build step, execute Windows batch command. Same command. I'll go back here and add a build step. It is execute Windows batch command. What was the command? MVN test. Okay. And nothing else needed. Apply and then you can just click on save. Okay, everything fine. Now guys, the same Selenium commands that we had in our local are not local now. Okay, so what I'll do, I will close my project now. I don't need it anymore. Close that. Okay, now because I have my GitHub connected to Jenkins and I have a pom.xml here. If you see, this is my pom.xml in my GitHub. Okay, it will be searched automatically, and based on that, if I go back to src and if I go back to test, this is the web page test file here. If you see, this is the web page test. This should be automatically run. It should go to this particular URL and then it should do the test, this test. Okay, and it should actually close the browser after that. Fine. So let me just click on build now and maximize this and see it started a build actually. I'll click on this, go to console output and just wait. It should open the browser. Wow, browser opened the URL, validated and closed. Awesome. See, you can see, right? Everything was done automatically. So I'll go back here. If you want to see once again, for the sake of you understanding, I'll click on build now again. Okay, one more build started. You can see, open this and go to console output. Wait for the browser to open. See, opened, went to the URL, the deployed website, checked it and came back. Build success. You can see, no failures. Test run. So got it? I hope you have understood this. So it becomes very easy with build tools and with the CI tools, the Jenkins tool. That is how you do integration testings. Did you see? So that is what is about the experiment here. Let's go to the manual again and see, trigger the build now, and we can see the console output. That also we did to verify the test execution, right? So now very important, I'll tell again, prerequisites are very crucial. Okay, make sure Jenkins, Git, Maven and Selenium projects are set up correctly before proceeding. Okay, always navigate to the project directory before running ambient tests. This is what we did not do, right? We did not cd to that D drive. For your case, it can be C drive also. You should go to that. After that, you should run the what to say, MVN test command for the local, I'm telling. Okay, this is very, very important. And there are lots of other things that you can do automatically. You can learn it from the important notes. Okay, so with this, guys, we have finished the experiment number 6 also. We have learned very well about how to integrate Jenkins in GitHub with our Maven, and also how to do integration testing. Okay, so this is about the CI pipeline that we have understood now, and hope you have easily successfully done this experiment also. If you have any doubts, please make sure you comment them in the comment section. I'll be very happy to clarify those doubts. Okay, thank you for watching. Till the next time, this is Saurabh, who has made a lot of effort to create the videos. And guys, the part 2 manual or the version 2 manual will be very soon launched. So stay tuned and keep liking, keep subscribing. Thank you. Bye bye and happy learning. See you again.